There was stuff that happened in the past, right? Hold on, let me adjust this. There was some stuff that happened in the past here, right? And let me see here. Slide this up. There was some stuff that happened in the past, right? All that stuff that happened in the past is getting ready to come to the light. All the stuff that they did to you behind closed doors, all the betrayal, the hurt, the pain, everything that they did that they hid is gonna start coming back from the past. There's some stuff that's coming back from the past with this 6 of Cups in reverse here. Yeah. Yeah. There's some stuff that's getting ready to come back from the past. That's why you're being urged to let go, you know, whatever, like if, you know, you was cool with this group or whatever, clear your energy, let it go. It's time to let it go. Yep, let all that go. Let me see, let me slide these now. So you got the 5 of Swords out here as well. So yeah, like I say, remember I was telling you about the this just reaffirms what I was telling you, because somebody was saying, oh, I was reading the cards wrong. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're saying. But that's the reason why this 5 of Swords came out here. That 5 of Swords is putting people against each other, which is a card of what? Warfare? Is that right? This is the harmony slot where it's going to balance everything out. What's going to balance it out is warfare. Or am I wrong to believe that too? Yeah. You got the Ace of Cups out here in reverse. This Ace of Cups out here in reverse says if you have any kind of turbulence with your love life, stuff like that, all that's getting ready to be brought to an end. I don't know if you're going to have somebody who's going to bring you love, or if you're going to find somebody that you really love, or there's something with the love offer that's getting ready to come in, and somebody's trying to like block that. They're trying to keep that from happening to you, because when you are in that vibration of love, it's like you have unlimited potential. You tap into an unlimited potential, and this person has been hurt in their life. So like I was, you know, because I did have somebody do some spiritual work, and then they thought it was funny, but I just had to break it down and tell them, like, you know, you might be laughing at me, but I laugh at you because every man that you get with is a resemblance of your dad. So basically, when you get into fights and stuff with your boyfriend, and you call yourself putting your hands on your boyfriend, because that's what she do. She physically fight her boyfriend and stuff like that. You do that because you can't fight your dad, who did whatever he did to you in your childhood. That's why. That's why you keep getting. That's why you won't leave the man that you with, because he remind you of your dad, and you have unresolved father issues. And because of that, you keep hooking up with these men who keep breaking your heart. Now you going out trying to break other people's hearts and keep people from love and spread your STDs to all these people and stuff like that without them knowing. And if you don't believe me, just go get hit it raw and go get tested is all I'm saying. You'll know where it came from. You can't hide it forever. You can't hide it forever. Shoot. Anyway, yeah, like when I saw that, I was like, wow. But yeah, that Ace of Cups in reverse, somebody's trying to keep you from love and stuff like that. All that, they were trying to do so much to you that you just be so down and out that you just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? That love life will fall. So you got the Knight of Pentacles out here in reverse, right? So with this Knight of Pentacles out here, if there was any delays in your energy, it's all being lifted up. It's all being lifted up. And look at this. There's another horse. This ain't necessarily a red horse. I mean, you do see red because of the muscles and stuff that is being revealed. But you have the Knight of Pentacles out here. That's that slow moving. It's like a really calculated energy. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, you know, it's coming in. It's coming in. You know, there's Knight of Pentacles out here. Like I say, the armies are marching against everything that they call. It's just judgment all the way around. Judgment, just judgment. So, oof. This Knight of Pentacles, it just give me the vibe of somebody who sat there and they planned out every single thing that they were going to do to you. There was stuff that they planned to do to you that they couldn't. They were trying to get one part to work and it wouldn't work. But eventually what they were going to try to do, like if you left them unchecked, even if it was successful, the stuff that they did, it was just going to keep going down. This is the vibe I'm getting, is that the group that was doing this spiritual warfare, it comes from somebody who don't know when victory is a victory. Like say if you did them wrong, right? Let's say if you stepped on their shoes or something like that, they get upset, and then they're like, nah, I want to step on that person's shoes. So they go do spell work. All of a sudden they step on your shoes, and then they laughing at you. And they're like, nah, you know what? I want to do this too. I want to make sure they lose their job. And they not only did they step on your shoes, now they trying to make you lose your job. Now they trying to make you lose the love of your life. Now they trying to get you kicked out of your house. Now they trying to do this. Now they try, and it just keep going on and 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 on. You could be homeless, broke, sad, depressed, and all that other stuff. That person will be laughing, and then they'll still be trying to find other stuff to try to do to you and inflict as much pain as possible. You know why? Because that's what happened to them in their life. They feel like that they're the victim in their own life, and they want to make somebody else the victim. And the only way to get that victim mentality off of them, to make them feel good about themselves, is to do it to somebody else. That's what that energy transference is about. That's what energy transference really is. It's when you're having a good day and you treat somebody really good, and then they're having a good day and they treat the next person good. It works positive and negative. This person has kicked the cat syndrome. Whoever did this spell work, whoever these people are, they have kicked the cat syndrome, which means that messed up stuff will happen in their life, and then they'll come and look for somebody who they think or feel can't fight them back like everybody else. And then they'll just try to wreak havoc in your day, do messed up stuff to you, spread rumors about you. And just for the record, if anybody spread anything about me or say anything about me, believe them. I'm giving you permission to believe them. Believe every single thing they said about me. Everything. Why? Because I don't care. I was born a lone wolf, and there's a chance I'll die a lone wolf. So, it just don't matter to me. It don't matter, good or bad, whatever. Yeah. Oh, he did this, and that. Yeah, you're right. I did. Okay. If that's what it takes for you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's where my peace at right there. Cause I don't need people around me to be at peace, man. For real. For real. You just don't know. Tower card. Look at that. Like I said, this person whoever this was, they just kept trying to engineer towers in your life. That was the goal. That was the goal, to try to utterly destroy you. And with this white, was that a horse? Okay, no, that's not a horse. I thought I saw a white horse. It had to do with conquest. But yeah. I mean, that ties into it, but yeah. Somebody was held just ready to just tear everything up. But one thing, okay, I'll put it like this. Well, I'll tell you about that in a minute here. Next, we got, this is the heart space right here, the magician. Yeah. Whoever this was, it's like, they wanted to control everything in your life with this magic here. They thought that they would be able to control your heart space with this magic. So they was doing all kind of stuff to try to control your heart space. They was trying to do everything they could to control you every single way. Every single way. With no stop. And they laughed and they had fun with what they were doing. They was coming up with ways. The problem I had with the whole situation, this is the problem that I have with situations like this. There's people who are like, people who did the spiritual warfare and stuff like that. Some of them are broke. Some of them got mom issues, dad issues. Some got, don't know how they gonna pay their rent. Don't know how to do this. Don't know how they gonna do that. Whatever. Going to light candles for this, going to that, whatever. But all that time all that money that they spent on the spell work, my question is, what could you have bought off of that? Even if it was just like $5,000 a year, what could you have bought with $5,000 in that year? What could you have bought with 10 grand in that year? Over the whole period that you was doing spell work, let's say if it ended up to $100-something, what could you have done with that amount of money that year? You see what I'm saying? Because you could have kept that money if you worked on yourself versus trying to use that money to exert your will on somebody else. That's common sense right there. You wouldn't have achieved what you were looking for fast, but if you were as dedicated to fixing yourself as you was trying to ruin somebody else's life, you would have a life even better than theirs. And the next thing you know, you wouldn't even be looking at them because you are in a position over them where you can just look past them. You don't focus. People do not focus on people who are beneath them. We just don't do it unless you're narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Like, I put it like this. This is how the saying go. Winners focus on winning and losers focus on winners. You see what I'm saying? So when you winning, you focus on what you're doing and what you winning on. If you winning, you focusing on your money. If you winning, you focusing on this. If you winning, that's what it is. But that's how you could tell if somebody is not winning in their life based off of what they talk about and what they gossip about. They talking and gossiping about somebody and they trying to keep stuff going in somebody else's life and all this other, trying to keep a hand in somebody else's life, stuff like that. They not happy with their life. That's why it was really hard for me to work in factories and stuff like that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's always that one person that think that they're the supervisor and they not. And the reason why is because they don't run nothing at their house. They don't run nothing in their life. They don't have control over nothing in their life except for what happens at work. And when they get to work, that right there is proof that they don't need to run anything in their life. Because the way that they run it so messed up. And they talk to people any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? All right. So anyway, the reality of the situation here, King of Wands in reverse. Whoever this magician was, the one that I was telling you about, well, you know, it could be that one, that shaman that I was telling you about. This person, it's like they wanted to, like, or whoever paid them, whatever it may be. This King of Wands in reverse is somebody who abuses their power. They abuse power, physical, raw power. They abuse their power. So all of that stuff that was everything that happened to you as a result of power being abused against you, a power being misused against you, or a power being, well, you got abuse and you got misuse. Abuse is when you know what you're doing. Misuse is when you're doing it, but you're ignorant to what the consequences are. But it's still not right. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. You got a power abuse and misuse. So yeah, whoever it was, or, you know, it could be the whole group, whatever it may be, or whatever. But I am saying, whatever they did, whatever actions they took towards you is coming back. And you don't have to do a thing. You don't have to really do anything. Just keep doing your healing work. Keep being in your loving light and just walk away. Just disconnect your heart from the whole situation. Because they are going to come to you and they are going to ask for forgiveness. And they are going to try to pull at your heartstrings, which is why you got the Magician card here. They're going to do that. I told you about the dream that I had where that baby was dead in the street. It was a dead baby in the street, getting consumed and ate up by ants and termites. And when I was getting ready, like unconsciously, I was getting ready to walk over there and pick that baby up. But someone was like, no, leave it. Don't touch that baby. Don't touch it. Leave it. Leave it. Had I touched that baby, my energy would have transferred to that baby and that baby would have came back to life. That's something I know. I don't know how I know, but that's how I know. Same with the man that was in that dream. I told you about that man in that dream and how he called himself trying to come down there laughing and stuff, thinking he finna get a fight. And I drained him. I drained him. Left him with the little. Man, I'm telling you, man, I drained the crap out of him. And not only did I drain him, but I left him. I could see a disease that was in him that was growing. It's like little black pus bags that just kept growing and growing and growing. And at first he thought it was funny, but he left. He sure did. He sure did leave, and I don't think he's coming back. But like I say, all this stuff is everything that happened is in an Akashic record. It's officially in an Akashic record, and the Akashic record keepers are looking over. I think they call them the Grigori. They live in the they're the angels that work with Zachiel and of the dark night of the soul. So everything that you think, everything that happens in the dark, like everything you think, say, and do, they write it down. They write it down. They keep track of everything. When you're under pressure and you start, you know what, they write all of that down. They keep it. They know the difference between people. They know. They've been doing this for a long time. They're record keepers. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't know. And you know, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, it's not looking good, you know, hatred. I don't like doing that. I really don't. But this is a message that I had to get out. There's so many people that was involved in this. There's a lot of people. This person didn't just do this to you. There was other people. There was this one person. This man didn't have much of anything. It was a man and two women that they did this to before. The man, he already didn't have that much. He was a young cat. He didn't have that much already, and they did that to him. This older woman. It was an older woman and her daughter. They did that to to them too. There's like an older woman and then a woman that she was older, but not as old as them. But yeah, they do this kind of stuff. Whoever this is, they do this kind of stuff. They've been doing this for a long time. That's why you got all the skulls and stuff back there. All the skulls, they get together and they team up on people and stuff like that. They even threaten to attack my family and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, when I was in spiritual warfare, they was threatening to attack my family, threatening to do this to that person, threatening to curse me, threatening to curse my brother, threatening to curse my mama, threatening to kill me, threatening to kill my people and stuff like that. Talking about how they was gonna kill all these people off and stuff like that and do all this foul, messed up stuff to me. And you know what I had to, and you know, as much as I wanted to say more, you know what I said? I said, okay. Oh, you gonna do that? Okay. After that point, I just started doing my healing work. I just started doing my spiritual baths, cleaning my energy and stuff like that. Because I'm over it. I'm just over it. I'm over it. It's one thing to be in spiritual competition where you could go back and forth and do spells back and forth. That's one thing. You know, if it's friendly kind of, you know what I'm saying? But people like this, they get one book, they see it happen on somebody, and then they go around and they start doing it to everybody. And I don't like that. And then when they started threatening people and started talking about what they were going to do to other people and stuff like that, like it was a kid in my family that they said that they were going to kill. A kid. And then guess what? As soon as they said that they was going to do that and that they was going to put a death spell on her, you know what happened? Less than a couple of days later, I saw that dead baby in that street. And it's going to keep happening like that. That's why the only thing I had to say was, okay. Oh, you going to do this? Okay. I had people, when I was going through spiritual warfare, I had some people who thought, you know, was sending people towards me, talking about how they was going to shoot me, how they was going to fight me, how they was going to do all this kind of stuff to me. And, you know, and at first I'm like, you know, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Don't let my energy, man, don't let your energy trigger my energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm down for the pound, baby. But, you know, after they would do stuff, and I would come home waiting, because I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they gonna come through. They never come through. They just laugh about it. That's all they would do. Provoke you to come home and just laugh about it, because instead of you being out there making money at work, that's what the name of the game was, to provoke you to rush home or rush to where you think they are to fight, when in reality they were never intended to fight with you to begin with. So that's how you know. That's how I started to learn that it was just cowards. So now that now that all this stuff is happening, I had people who actually want to come and fight now. Now they want to fight. Now they want to shoot at me. Now they want to do this. And even with the shooting and shit, stuff like that, I'm okay with that. If that's what you want to do, okay. Just know I'm not going to go down without a fight. Because I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of your pistol. I'm not scared of your abilities. I'm not scared of your skills. I'm not going to underestimate you, but I'm just not scared. I've been through so much stuff, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared to die. A lot of people, they get afraid to die. They're afraid to lose stuff like that. I've went through loss so many times. I'm acquainted with it. I'm okay with loss. I'm okay with gain. I'm okay with death. I've died before. They hired one of my exes to put poison in my food and it killed me. Only God had a better plan and I woke right back up. And then when they saw that it wouldn't work, another man down the street tried to sell me the same poison and food. And I got records to show that. Him and his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? So I got records to show that. I had people who, as soon as I had a rental property that I was going to rent out. And as soon as I started, as soon as they saw that I had a tenant in the house, that's when they came over and they started trying to knock my windows out. Trying to, trying to knock the windows out. Try to kick my door in. I got police reports behind that. They're on video. I just gotta, go to, what is that? I'm gonna have to get a police report and have them use, what is that, discovery, subjected to discovery, so that they could pull those records from the database back in, pull that from the database. Because they think since the person who caught it on camera, excuse me, they think since it was deleted there, no, it's only deleted at that point. There's a chance that it's still on that database, and if I subject it to discovery, that will cause the police officers to have a search warrant to get, you know what I'm saying? Have a search warrant. That's a search warrant for digital property, and then it's gonna come up because I got the date that it happened and everything. That's how you see stuff like that. That's how you track people back. Because the only thing I don't need to do, I just need to get them to come to court so I can see who it is. That's it. You do that, you get them to come to court, okay. Squash it there, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But just know, like, depending on what I'm on, Yeah. So I'm always in their comfort zone. I'm always there. But I'm comfortable in the uncomfortable places because of the spell work that they put me through. I'm always comfortable. I'm comfortable in fear. I'm comfortable in making the wrong decision. I'm comfortable when things are going good. I'm comfortable when things don't go well. It don't matter. And that's the way that your healing work has to be. When you do your healing work, it's not that you're at bliss all the time. It's you know how to adjust to circumstances and situations. I know what to turn on and what to turn off. How much? What's a distraction? I know. I know what triggers them. I know what to bring that darkness out of them. I know all this stuff because in my spiritual warfare, I went through it for years. But in order to understand who you're fighting against, you have to take the time to understand who you are. You got to understand your triggers. You got to understand what make you feel good, what hurts you, what makes you cry, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand all those things. And I'm not saying you're going to master it all at one time, but you take the time to do it. Because then, by the time you look up, you're going to have people who are going to do this spiritual warfare. And most of the time, they do the spiritual warfare to get an emotional response out of you. When they're hurt, they want to see you feel hurt. When they're sad, they're going to want to see you feel sad. When they're happy, they want to see you, you know what I'm saying? They want to see you, when they see you happy, that's when they're going to get upset again. It's an ebb and flow. Everything is ebb and flow. It don't matter who you get or how quote unquote powerful the person is or what the person accomplished. Like, that's one thing about spiritual warfare too, is like, At one point, I'm like, yeah, I outrank them, I this, I that. And then after a while, I was just like, what does it really matter? It's like being in the military. You know what I'm saying? If you're in the military, your rank really don't matter like you think it do. The only time your rank matter is when it comes to respect and when it comes to, you know, making a call. But other than that, it does not matter. Your rank does not dictate how you're going to perform out there in the field. A sergeant can forget everything he was taught and all his battle experiences in a second when an ensign can outdo him. It can happen. It happens. That's why I forget about rank. That's why I forget about power skills. I don't care about power skills. I don't care about that. And I don't care about rank. I don't care about, you know, if I call out. No, the only thing I care about is that, you know, I just, you know, just talk to God, man, for real. I know where I've been. I know how I felt. I know what I dealt with. And the only person that came to my aid was God. That's all I had. That's all I had. I had everything and I had God. I lost a lot of stuff. I lost everything and all I had was God. So then after all of that, I just realized it don't matter if I win or lose. As long as I got God, I'm set. I'm set. He made a way for everything. Just like in the Bible with Psalms, when David talking about he has never seen the righteous forsaken, I've lived that. I lived it. I've seen it where I called out to God. I prayed one prayer to God and everything just changed right then. Everything. Yeah. So, you know, that's my testimony for today. That's my testimony. I've been through a lot, you know, and I'm not saying I'm the only one that been through stuff, because I would never do my, you know, I'm not going to downplay anybody's experience. Life is hard. Life is very difficult. It's very challenging and it's hard. It's not easy. It's not easy to live your day-to-day life, to have an expectation of what you want things to be and have to live through what it actually is. It's not easy. It's not easy to be hurt and trying to heal yourself at the same time. It's not easy to not know how to heal yourself. It's not easy to know when to heal yourself, when to hold back, or when to release yourself. It's not easy. It was never designed to be easy. It's just that some people make it look easier than others. That's it. So yeah, when it comes to this warfare stuff, man, I don't feel anything towards them. I just don't. After the threats to like the kids and stuff in my family and stuff like that, and after the threats to like people who didn't have anything to do with it, there was times when there was spill work that was being done where I almost crashed my truck into somebody who was innocent, who had nothing to do with what was going on. And that right there caused me to just pull my energy back, because I'm not that kind of person. And there was more stuff other than that, you know. I just pulled my energy back, because the way I see it is like I could fight these, you know, when it comes to spiritual warfare, I could light candles every day to fight, call myself quote unquote fighting. And you know what's going to end up happening? I'm going to be fighting so much that I won't, you know, I'll be fighting so much that I'll end up being just like them. The people who did spiritual warfare on me, they light a candle for everything they want. Everything. Everything. They light a candle for everything. That's slavery right there. That's servitude. If you got to light a candle to feel good about yourself, if you got to light a candle to get money, if you got to light a candle to this, to that, it seems simple. But let me tell you, over a period of time, it's just servitude. That's all it is. God did not design our souls to be in servitude to this kind of stuff. He designed us to be free. Whether God agrees with the decision that we make or not, we're still free. We're free to oppose him and we're free to work with him. You're still free. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. The fight that they looking for, they gonna get. But it's not gonna be by my hands, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't gonna be by my hands. I'm just have to just sit back, well, I ain't gonna sit back and let it. I'm just gonna, you know, well, obviously, just whatever happens, happens. But I'm just, you know, just keep going. If you're getting this message, just keep going. Don't get caught up in it. Because all that time, just like I was saying, like, you know, the same thing that is going on now is the same thing that was happening 10 years ago. But a lot has changed in 10 years. In 10 years, you can get a new house, you can get a new job, you can get a new career, new ideas, new people, new this, new that, new that. And you know what I'm saying? But you have some people who are stuck in life. The same thing that they're doing. Like if you're around somebody and they're doing the same, think about what they've been doing last year, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You think back and say, 20 years ago, this person was like this. 10 years ago, this person was like this. 5 years ago, this person was like this. Last year, this person was like this. That person is still like that. That's how you know they're stagnant. They're stuck. You don't want to be caught up with people like that. You can leave that spiritual warfare right now. Go do all the things that you love to do in life. And when you get old, you could come back and they'll still be in the same spot that they were in. Trying to evil eye you, trying to stop you, trying to fight with you. You see what I'm saying? So I guess that's pretty much the reading that I had for today. I just had, you know, I really didn't need to like vent or nothing like that. I just wanted to make sure I get the message out because I kept putting it off about getting the message off. I wanted to make sure I get it out, make sure I, you know, let it be known because, you know, I don't know what this army that was marching around, but I never experienced anything like this before. I never experienced it. Yeah. I never experienced anything like that. And even now, I don't know what's finna come, but I don't want to be involved. I don't even want to know. I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want to keep, you know what I'm saying? Like some stuff you just don't want to see. You just don't want to know. Just don't want to know. That's all I got. That's the warning that I got, you know. And keep going, I guess. All right, love y'all. Peace.